What's happening, y'all? This is OBB, the Diecast News Guy, bringing you all with another NASCAR Diecast review. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, what kind of review am I going to be doing today? Is it going to be another next gen, or is it going to be a classic Diecast review? Well, it's a diecast in 2021. I know that kind of sounds like old news, and you're probably going to want to go ahead and click off this video, but, hold your damn horses, all right? Because this is on a diecast that is actually, I would say, pretty relevant and probably a good time to upload this because this diecast I'm showing you right here is actually, one of the guys who was competing for the 2022 NASCAR Cup Series champion, and if he would have won this championship, I would have uploaded this video immediately, but he didn't. But his name is still pretty relevant. Today it is on Christopher Bell's first ever Cup win from 2021, which was last year, at the Daytona Road Course. So, yeah, this one right here, I kind of actually forgot I had in my collection. I was like, oh, man, if Bell wins a championship, I should. Because, if you guys notice in my diecast reviews, I've been kind of keeping them a lot more, relevant. Like, if something big happens, I always try to have the driver with them. I don't know. It feels like it just keeps these reviews a little more relevant. And it seems like you guys do like that. So, yeah, we're going to keep things rocking and rolling, guys. I do got a few, other Championship 4 guys to be talking about soon. But this is the Christopher Bell Daytona win, guys. The Road Course edition, because, that's a, let's just say 2020, 2021 was definitely some interesting times where, the one and only time we raced on the road course for those 2 seasons. But Christopher Bell, man, he was able to find a way. And you can see right there, we do have ourselves a nice little donut right there. Look at that nice donut mark right there. Whew, yeah. Who doesn't love race win diecast? Well, this one does have cafe on it, so you guys are in for a real treat. But anyways, let's kick up this diecast review and the official unboxing of Christopher Bell's 2021 Daytona Road Course win. And alrighty, guys, we got this diecast out of its box, and let me tell you what, man, this is actually a one-of-a-kind diecast because, like I said, this is Christopher Bell's, only second start in his Joe Gibbs Racing days. As you guys know from, the previous year in 2019, he drove for the Levine Family Racing Team when, unfortunately, that, ended up vacating at the end of that year. Kind of the same thing with Furniture Row after 2018, so it kind of sucks. It shows you just how important sponsorships are. But yeah, this is the second race that Christopher Bell ran in his, for replacement of Eric Jones in the number 20 JGR car. And it looks like it definitely was well paid off. I know a lot of people kind of criticize that move and be like, oh God, why they hyped up Eric Jones just for him to be like, I don't know, I guess you could say, like another J.J. Yeley or Joey Logano, whether kind of situation you want to put that. But, that's just how, JGR with these drivers. But, man, there was something about Christopher Bell that I just knew that this guy was going to find some talent, and he was going to find a win soon. Little did I know it was going to be at the Daytona Road Course, guys. So, as you can see right here, that this car is pretty mangled up, man. And let me tell you what, man. I mean, Christopher Bell absolutely has my respect. He has a lot of dirt car experience as well. So, that automatically, gets my win. I mean, when you're racing from another series and you put that, kind of experience into, a different series like NASCAR. I mean, why do you think Kyle Larson is so loved? Christopher Bell, I feel like he's like the odd man out sometimes, but, he's just as good as Kyle Larson, man, when it comes, to racing experience. But just, my God, guys, what an absolutely, it's a pretty, I mean, if you guys are familiar with the Rheem scheme, guys, to be honest with you guys, I actually prefer this Rheem scheme a lot better than, the current one that we have right now with the chrome number. They basically just reused the Rheem scheme, I think, from his Xfinity days, and they just brought it onto here. I think even probably from his, from the Levine days too, I think, but I think I remember there was a lot more white to that, but this looks very similar, so everyone who, it's a shame that Christopher Bell did not got the, he only finished let me just say, man, I mean, Christopher Bell was able to win the 2017 Truck Series Championship, but he never got the chance to. He had a shot, but he didn't came close to winning, 1 or 2 titles for the Xfinity Series, and, he competed for both, I think in his first 2 years, I think, with JGR at full time for the Xfinity Series. So you always can say that Christopher Bell has found a way to get into the championship for whether it was for the trucks or the Xfinity Series. Can't really say that about 2021 because this was one and only win. But then holy shit, dude, 2022 came and that just changed. 3 wins and somehow he found his way in, got lucky, and stayed consistent and made it into the championship 4. And let me tell you what, guys, I was secretly kind of rooting for this guy. I was waiting for just Bell to just find that level of consistency and poise that, he found during the playoffs this year. And, dude, let me tell you what, if it wasn't for his pit crew, I think he probably could have had some good luck and could have had a shot at the title for this year. But this ain't going to be the last we're going to see Christopher Bell, man. I think Christopher Bell he is looking like probably the best driver at JGR, especially for 2022. Definitely was. I mean, now with Kyle Busch leaving, I mean, I think this is definitely this is probably the best thing that's happened to Christopher Bell, because all of his equipment, all the equipment from JGR looks like is being brought to him, which is pretty cool. We'll see if that changes next year with Ty Gibbs now coming to the Cup Series. But going back to the diecast, guys, I absolutely love this paint scheme a lot better than the 2022 scheme, because as you can see right there, there's no gaps in the sponsorships compared to the, ironically, the 2022 card did sold out probably because of the chrome number, but I'm not planning to get that because I actually think that's one of the worst looking paint schemes for this year, just because of it has got better. They did added more logos to it, but just such a lazy scheme, guys, that they, reused, and it doesn't flow well from the Gen 6 to the next gen. But getting back to the diecast, guys, we're going to look at some of, the nice little details, and I do got actually the clean version of this. But you see right there, we got ourselves, look how tiny this, I didn't realize, you guys haven't know already that all the, on the Gen 6 cars, I think for the final year of the Gen 6 cars, they did not update the mold for the Toyota, so that's why there's no splitter on these things, which they look kind of weird. But you can see all the nice little details in the grill right there. You see that 20, a lot of people probably wondering, oh, is that a paint chip or a weird crack? But no, that's actually literally replicated damage. You see how warped that 20 is right there? So Lionel actually did a really good job, replicating this damage, even though you see right there where that mark is right there, that's supposed to be actually close to the fender, so that looks kind of wonky. It kind of looks like there's like a tear in the freaking chassis of the car. It's like, good lord, it's crumbling, damn it. But we got Rheem right there. I think that's something to do with AC units. But see the same thing as well. I mean, Lionel, as you can see, where the decal wrap is, I mean, not really the best. But they're coming out this side right here, man. I mean, there are so many cool details on this 164. It's not even funny, guys. And I know we give Lionel a lot of craps about stuff, but man, they really know how to make some good-looking race win 164s. And this one in particular is probably the main reason why I got it, guys. But there's a nice little black paint chip right there. Typical Lionel. More paint chips right there, right by where the shark fin is. My God, I thought that was a speck of dust. But no, it's paint chips. But let me look at this. Look at just how mangled this car is, guys. I think this is when he got into it with Joey Logano, and I think, what was it? I think he got also Brad Keselowski onto him. I think when Truex unfortunately got spun out, I think he might have just barely avoided that. So he definitely went through a lot of repercussions, guys. And for him getting his, this was like, as you guys know here, he has 2 road course wins. I mean, with this one I'm counting, and also the Charlotte Roval. I mean, my God, guys, it seems like Christopher Bell might actually, be a good guy, to root for, not only at New Hampshire, and maybe some of the short tracks, but, or intermediates, but also at, road courses, guys, because here he has 2 road course wins so far in his Cup Series career. But you see right there some more pristine auctions. You see a nice little green scuff mark right there where the Interstate Batteries logo is. I find that kind of cool, actually. So we got C-Bell right there. That's so cool. But just, yeah, this thing has just a lot of cool race damage on this. And look at the detailed. I don't think I really gave Lionel enough credit, but look how detailed those side skirts, guys, are. You see the little metal rivets in the side skirts. Really nice. Up on top, I mean, nothing too crazy. I mean, you do see a little bit of specks of dust right there, but nothing too crazy. And on the back, we got ourselves the new degree of comfort, Rheem. So that's probably has to do with AC. So yeah. But now let's get to the side-by-side comparison of the original Rheem card that I did pick up. You can see right there the big difference. Of course, the splitter looks a lot more different. There's actually more of a splitter on this car compared to just by the looks of it compared to the race win. But pretty much identical. Besides, I don't know, I didn't realize that actually the Rheem has like more of a V curve, and here it's a little more I guess you could say more linear, but I don't know. It looks kind of crooked. You see that Rheem logo does look pretty crooked. It's not perfectly centered. But hey, it's more centered than the freaking Ricky Styles Jr. Kroger logos on the 2022 diecast. But I also noticed as well, guys, of the side skirts, you see they're mostly detailed and they're black, but here they got this white and red stripe, which is pretty cool. We don't really get, colored side skirts anymore on the next gen cars, so I find that pretty nice. But you can definitely see the big differences in terms of sponsorships, and sponsorships pretty much actually the same. But the race win detail on these things are amazing. I mean, just look at it. Look at that, guys. I'm trying to give you guys a more closer look at this, because you'll be like, I don't see anything. This guy's just got black gloves in the way. But hey, it is what it is, guys. Can only make room so much in these diecast reviews, but just, wow, this is really cool. And then, of course, the pristine auctions logo, that's something that came up, at the last minute. The Rheem logo is a little crooked on the race to win, but hey, it is what it is. And pretty much identically the same. So yeah, like I said, guys, I probably would prefer actually picking up this car compared to the 2022 car. I know a lot of people are like, well, I got to get the next gen car. Yeah, you probably should, but I'm sorry, man. I will wait until the 2023 Rheem car comes out. I mean, depending on what that scheme's going to look like. Hopefully, Rheem learned their lesson and they actually come up with a whole new redesign, because heck, I'm not a big fan of the 2022 car, and I'm glad they went back to the white numbers, because before they had the chrome numbers, but now they went back to white. It looks so much better, so they have cleaned up their act on that. But feel free to comment below if you have anything else to share right there, as this is going to wrap up the diecast review of Christopher Bell's 2021 Rheem Daytona Road Course Race Win Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing. Comment, subscribe, and this has been OBB. Catch you guys next time on another diecast review, and yeah, C-Bell, baby.